Hello. First time doing a live. What's up, guys? If you guys have any trading related questions or some things that you want to know about me, my entire trading journey, let me know. I'm happy to answer the question. Wow, 22 people on the 22 people on this live. Never done this before, so if I mess up, I'm sorry. So let's see. Hey Dion, how are you? I'm okay so far. Why did I stop doing live on YouTube? If you watch this video that I have on my YouTube channel, right? Basically, the way that I trade nowadays, I wait in my higher time frame zones for trades to come to me. So most of the time I realize I'm just waiting, and I kind of not want to waste your time with me because I respect everyone's time, and I don't want you guys to just be waiting blindly on the charts with me. So yeah, that's why I stopped the live streams. Instead, I've been posting my daily analysis on TradingView on Instagram. So if you guys are drawing up your zones and you need some confluence, maybe you can take those as guidelines and see whether they match up with yours, and then just to try to trade off those zones. So just be patient, wait for price to come into those zones. Let's see. Alice, I hope I didn't get your name wrong. So how do I manage my psychology when I get into a big drawdown? So I think you guys have followed me for quite a while. You saw that during March to April, I suffered quite a big loss. I basically refunded all my profits that I made in January and February, which was about 10%. I gave it all back. So it was a struggle. I took time off the charts. I basically stopped trading for a bit, got my mind right, and then I came back to the charts again. So sometimes time off the charts is just really what you need to just get a mental reset. So let's see. What's the average percent I gain a week? It varies because I don't trade every day. If price doesn't come into my zone, I basically don't take entries. So for example, on GJ and gold this week, I didn't really have much entries because price was ranging within that big higher time frame range. So on average, I think I'm doing about maybe, I think like 3 to 4% should be an accurate guess. Have I always been using supply and demand? I've always been using support and resistance in the past. In recent months, I've refined and improved, and I realized that supply and demand zones actually hold better. So yeah, I think you guys have also seen the significant improvement in terms of my results as well. I realize I haven't really been posting a lot of trade recaps. I've been busy with the private group members. I do my recaps live with them. I go through my losses with them. So yeah, that's why I haven't really been managing to post, but I will do my best to just try to put up more charts of the before and after for you guys. So who's been in a lawsuit? Funding talent. Yeah, I can't really be bothered with that, to be honest. I'm currently doing Funding Talent's challenge account. To me, FTMO is not of value for the price that I'm paying in terms of the trading parameters. So as long as Funding Talent, FTMO, whatever prop firm you're using is still paying out, I guess it doesn't really bother me whether or not they address the situation, as long as I get my cash payout at the end of the day. So scalp or swing trade, for me, I'm a day trader. I try to hold my trades towards higher time frame zones for take profits, and then yeah, I just let the trades ride out. So sometimes it does hold out for a few days. So if you guys remember, the previous Friday was NFP. I took some trades there, and then yeah, I just held it throughout this week until it came down, and then I took my profits from there. So let's see. Why is Funding Talent better than FTMO? Yeah, I think I answered that. What's my best advice for a trader who is at a break-even stage for 3 months to be at profitability? First thing I would say is don't focus on how much you want to make. Focus on getting your trading strategy, your trading edge, and your trade management right. Profitability will come. You just gotta give yourself time. When people start to rush it and chase those profits, that's when you don't become profitable. You cut your winners short and you let your losers run, and that's just how it is. So in trading, the ironic thing is trading less is actually better. Let's see. Hey Chu, thanks a lot. Yeah, I try to help wherever I can, with whatever info that I can provide. Whoever DMs me, I think I haven't really ignored anybody except people who send me a single word hi. Then yeah, more likely than not I'm going to just not reply because I don't really know what you want. So I'm using Wyckoff to see the structure. Nope, don't really need it. I know a lot of people are marketing Wyckoff, order blocks, blah blah blah. To be honest, order blocks, supply and demand, they're all the same thing. Wyckoff recently came into the picture. It has more awareness, I guess, in recent times because more people are starting to trade, right? So you start seeing people trade Wyckoff and whatever not. But basically it's just watching for a break of structure before taking a trade. That's about it. What's the difference between support and resistance to supply and demand? In simple terms, supply and demand are areas where price started, where the most orders are to start to break a structure. So when you enter off those areas, you tend to see a very huge impulsive push off those areas. And that's why I don't trade support and resistance anymore, because usually for support and resistance, you tend to see a lot of fake outs at those areas, and then that's when you hit your stop losses after taking trades off support and resistance. So I might do a YouTube video or something like that to explain the difference in my perspective. I might not be right, but it's just what I understand from it. So let's see, who else? I only trade GJ 10 pips a day and I'm only ending my week with 2 to 3% per week. Is that good? To be honest, don't measure yourself with anybody else. Your profitability, your returns that you make, those are what you did based on your abilities. If someone else is generating a 10% return, it doesn't mean that you are lousier because you didn't generate that return. So social media is poison, to be honest. Everybody always shows big wins, but they never really show the journey to those wins. So if you're doing 2 to 3% per week, in a month, that's 12. So tell me which other asset class can generate that consistently. The keyword is consistently. So if you can do that consistently, I would say that you're better than probably 90 to 95% of the other traders. Let's see. Why I stopped lives on YouTube? I answered that before. So if you guys are still asking about that, right? I stopped it for quite a while already. To be honest, the full answer, I made a video on it on my YouTube channel with my full reasons for it. So just check that video out. But right now, the YouTube live streams platform is full of people that are chasing clout. A lot of them, honestly, in my personal opinion, don't really know how to trade, or they are not that knowledgeable about other trading strategies. So my personal belief is that every single strategy is profitable and does work. You just got to choose one, stick with it, backtest, and find your own trading edge. So would I be open for partnerships with other traders? In what sense? Let's see. Can I try to do more trading recaps in YouTube format? Yes, I will do that. I will try to. I know I have dropped off. Haven't really done the recaps on that. It does take a lot of time to edit the videos. I have been quite busy with the one-to-one mentorships and as well as the private group. So this Q2 and moving forward, Q2 and Q3, I've been actually spending more time on the private group and just putting my focus on those guys because I respect and I'm very grateful for them because they were willing to just invest a bit of their money with me. So again, it has never been about money for me. When I first started my live streams, those who have been with me long enough, you know that they were actually free, and it was a mess because there were a lot of people just jumping on, screaming out trades at all sorts of times. So that's why I introduced the paywall, to just ensure that at least the trading group is a bit more serious, it's a bit more manageable. Break down a chart for us. Yeah, I'm like outside now. I'll probably do that maybe later on. Let's see, Go or GJ. Yeah, I'll do that later on. Hey Max, what's up? What's the tip on trading GJ that I often spot happening? Okay, GJ and Go, the reason why I trade them is they are just volatile. And when they push off in a certain direction, they don't just push off for like 10, 20, 15, whatever, just a small amount of pips. When they push off, they go for at least like 30 to 50 pips. Easy. So, yeah, that's why I trade them. And they basically respect structure really, really well. Plus, I think as long as you understand a pair, no matter what pair you trade, it doesn't mean that if your mentor trades a certain pair, you gotta follow. Some pairs just don't suit certain personalities. So yeah, trade what suits you and what suits your personality and what suits your schedule. So I know some people are working, yeah, just if you can't take things on the lower time frame, it doesn't matter. Every time frame is tradable. You don't have to trade the 15 minute just because your mentor trades the 15. You can take trades on the 1 hour, 4 hour. Honestly, it's a lot less stressful. What strategy do I trade? I trade supply and demand with price action confirmations. So you see 100 pip trades on YouTube videos. Yeah, everybody likes to market big trades, right? So I know some of you have been asking like, am I only taking wins? No, I take losses as well. So I'll try to post more of those losses. And it's not like, I know it's not best marketing, but whatever, man. Losses are part of trading. So you just gotta accept trading as it is. So there was a guy previously, a few people actually, not just that one specific person. They reached out to me asking me to help them with like 100 to 500 pips of drawdown. I'm not God, man. I cannot tell you what to do with a trade. I will never tell someone else what to do with a trade. But just gotta read the trend. If you have to take a loss, just take it on the chin. Like, it doesn't mean that you are a lousy trader just because you took a loss. As long as your losses are lesser than your wins. What is living in Singapore like? Hot. It's just hot. But honestly, I'm really happy to be living here. We are quite we're developed. We have everything that we need. I like living in a small country. I can get from one end to the other end in like 1 hour max. Do I watch Inner Circle Trader on YouTube? No. He's really naggy. To be honest, if those of you that want to learn about supply and demand, you can check out this guy on YouTube. He's called mentfx, mentfx. Check out his content. It's free on YouTube. I think he explained supply and demand quite well, market structure quite well. So yeah, just have a watch on it. Let's see. How many pairs I trade? Only 2. GJ and Go. That's about it. And I'm a full-time trader. So is that enough? Yes. I used to trade like 20 over pairs. It never made me more profitable. In fact, I was less profitable than I am now, and I'm a lot less stressed now. I don't have to be hunting all over the charts for entries. Yeah. So if you guys want to see the daily forecast, right, go into my Instagram bio. There's a link there. I think I link directly to my trading view analysis, which I do my best to post daily. But recently, I decided to just like have more balance in my life, and it has actually really helped my trading overall. So the markets are there every day. It doesn't mean you have to trade every day. Hey James. What's up? Let's see. Do I save the Q&A from yesterday? I think a lot of it disappeared. I'll try to save it. Maybe I'll put it in a highlight or something for whatever that's left. Yeah, so that's why I jumped on a Q&A, because I realized that that question thing was lost already. That's why. Let's try to do something different. You have a request, please give us oil on a daily basis. Can't do that. I don't even trade oil. I don't understand it. And I feel it's irresponsible for me to do an analysis on something that I don't understand. I don't want you guys to lose. I don't hate you, Fendi. I don't know, maybe it's something wrong with YouTube. I'm not really sure what the issue is. Will I save this live? To be honest, it's the first time I'm doing it. I will figure out how to save it. Sam Seldon has a really good supply and demand content. Okay, so I don't know who he is, but if you're new to it, or okay, for me personally, if I found something that works for me already, right, I don't download any more information for myself. So I stick to one strategy. I go and backtest it on my own, because supply and demand is just a general method of trading. But how you personally trade supply and demand is going to be very different trader to trader. So his method of entry might not be my method of entry. So you just take it with a pinch of salt. Sometimes you can do 5%, next day lose 6. You have a problem with your psychology, because when you win your ego, when you ever win your ego, the next day takes too much space. Oh yeah, trading is like, I feel trading takes an emotional toll. So if you, that's why I'm a proponent of taking breaks off the charts. Like really just don't look at the charts at all for a day. Or maybe if you need time off, just don't trade an entire week. Like you'll find that you can come back to the charts refreshed, and you'll come back to the charts having a very clear mind, and you can just suddenly see things properly. So yeah, just take a break. There's really nothing wrong with that. There's like how many trading days are there in a year? 300 plus? Oh, my math is damn bad. But yeah, just take your time with it. How many trades do I get per month? I think I'm trading at least 2 to 3 times per week. So 12? Hey Ogi, what's up? Do I have any advice on a book for trading psychology? Yeah, I posted one. I think it's The Psychology of Money. It's not exactly a trading book, but it actually really opened up my mind to money management, capital and risk management, and just how you can view overall investing and trading. So trading books, to be honest, Trading in a Zone and like the popular books that a lot of traders talk about, yeah, they're good to read, but the books that I found that actually helped me were not trading related. So Psychology of Money is one. Another one was, because I also play poker, right? So trading is a lot like poker. So I think there's another book. I'll post it probably later. I think it's about the mindset of poker trading or something like that. Yeah, I'll post it later. Let's see. What about retracement? Whenever you buy or sell, it retrace. Price doesn't go in one direction. To go up, it has to come down first. So that's why there's this saying, buy low and sell high, right? So when it retraces and you're trying to go long, you should be happy actually, because price is coming down to an area where you can get an even better entry. So yeah, don't be worried about the retracements as long as you're not buying or selling, buying high or selling low. So hey Tiago, for the beginners, how many hours a week do I spend on education and backtesting? I think do it twice a month at least. I'm not saying do it every week, because there is such thing as information overload, and sometimes too much of chart work can actually be bad. So have a balance always. I think twice a month is actually good enough. How long have I been trading, and from how long have I been profitable? I've been trading for, I think this year is like the 8th year. I went full-time last year after like I lost my job and stuff like that, and I was kind of forced. okay, I wouldn't say forced, but like I told myself that I would just take trading a bit more seriously, spend more time on the charts. So yeah, that's when I really went full time into trading. You're still struggling to understand and snipe using smart money concept. Okay, number one, don't bother about sniping the entry. Sure, a lot of like smart money concept traders like to show really, really tiny stop loss for like huge risk reward. But do they tell you how many times they got stopped out before the trade actually ran? No. So sometimes giving your trade a bit more space to breathe is not wrong. So just use market structure to place your stop loss and you should be fine most of the time. Don't squeeze your stops. Yeah. So yeah. How's everyone been? How's your trading week been? So anyone want to check out like my neighborhood? I know it's kind of dark. Yeah, but anyway, this is like my little corner that I like to like sit at and just chill. So I believe yesterday you guys saw this. When to shift from a demo to a live account? When you are comfortable with your consistency level. So I know some people say that demo accounts have no feelings, but it's all about how you view the demo account. If you take the demo account seriously, knowing that that potentially will be your money in that account one day, then I think your perspective of demo versus live will be different. So some people will use their demo account as like a 100k demo account. Tell me honestly, who can have a 100k live account? Like if you can have it, okay fine, you're rich. But I can't have a 100k live account, 100k live account. So, and I'm not willing to put 100k into a live account, to be very honest. Like, so if you, in your mind, you know that you're willing to trade live with an amount of maybe say 1k for example, your demo account should be the same amount, so that everything, how you perform in that demo account will reflect as closely as possible to the live account. I've been trading for 8 years. How many hours do I spend in front of my charts per day? I trade London to New York, but I'm not on the charts during that entire, how many hours is that? 7 to 8? I'm not on the charts 7 to 8 hours. What I do nowadays, which is also why I stopped the live streams, because I draw my zones in the morning, my time, and then I wait for my alarm to ring. So I would be on the charts at the 4-hour close before London opens, just to see how Asia actually moved. And then after that, like, if I don't have an entry by London Open, usually I go off. So some of the guys are in the private group now. They usually, most of us will go off like and do our own stuff, go to the gym and whatever not. And then, yeah, we just do our own stuff and then come back again when there's more volume during the New York session. So honestly, London has been trash. It has done nothing but range in the past few weeks. So those of you who have been trading the London sessions, I think you feel the same way. Let's see. Demo account is good, but the psychology is not the same way of life. Yes, I 100% agree with that. It's not going to be 100% the same. So if you really want, go demo first with the same amount you are willing to use on live. Once you see consistency in those results, move on to live with a small amount. But don't just treat the small amount wishy-washy. Like, if you think of the amount as like, oh, it's just $100, it's just 500, I can lose that amount, then you got trading all wrong, because then you are not going to manage your trades properly. So yeah, you always follow my account. Thanks for all my tips. Yes, you're welcome. My neighborhood is a lot quieter than Choa Chu Kang. Yes, Bishan is the best. What was my career before trading? I was a banker. When I first started work after graduating, I worked in a stock brokerage firm. Then after that, I moved into the banks, and I was advising clients on how to manage their money and stuff like that. And finally, I just left the industry entirely. Have I lost money when I started this training journey? Oh yeah, definitely. Whoever didn't take a loss, right, they're lying. Losses are like the tuition fees that you gotta pay in trading. Who wants to guess how much I lost? Not that it's a competition. So yeah. Mark the charts, set your alarms. Honestly, it's a lot less stressful and you'll have a life. Everyone trades because they want freedom of time, right? So if you're spending more time, then you should be on the charts and neglecting other aspects of your life, right? You gotta start relooking at things. What's psychology in trading, in my opinion? I think it's a mix of like managing your emotions before, during, and after a trade. So before you enter a trade, if you see a huge move that has gone off without you, right, and you enter because of FOMO, that's part of trading psychology. If you cut your trade early because you are scared that you'll come back and hit your stop loss because it was too tight or for whatever reason, that's also part of trading psychology. So that's why I said trading is like 80% emotions and psychology management. Hey Wilson. So many. Let me see. Hey Martin. You are a banker, that means I trade at the banks. No. To be honest, at the banks, right, traders, oh no, this thing is covering my face. At the banks, when I did Forex with my clients, they didn't trade with stop losses because they were investing. They were not trading. So yeah, the way we call out trades at the banks is very different from the way day traders like us do things. So 5k, try adding a few more zeros. Yeah, I know a lot of people miss the YouTube live, so I know it was company. I feel bad that I stopped it, but I feel like I want to respect everyone's time, because a lot of the times I don't really talk a lot. So I believe a lot of y'all come from Raja's streams, and that's how a lot of you knew me. He can talk the entire 2 hours. I cannot. I'm not such an extrovert. And I only believe in speaking when it's needed. So yeah, even the guys in my own private group, they know like most of the times I'm just quiet. Unless something pops up, then yeah, I'll call it out and then we'll have a discussion about it. Best pairs to learn trading. Take the slower pairs. EU, good pair to start learning on. Basically the dollar pairs, the majors, EU, AU. Yeah, they're good pairs to start trading on. If you really want to trade GJ, just be careful. It's just volatile. I think I lost 20k. Yeah, getting a bit closer. Are structures more important than patterns? Yes. Patterns form cause of structure. They don't just form out of nowhere in the middle of a chart. They formed because there was a certain level of structure, like some kind of zone that price hit. That's why it's reacting that way. So to be honest, 8 years of trading, I never traded patterns. Bad pattern, butterfly, whatever nonsense like that, and never traded anything like that. I never really understood it also. People who tell me, oh, there's a head and shoulders there, I can't see it and I don't really care. Like, it really doesn't matter. Do I do private mentorships? Yeah, so I'm saying it here, I will never do or never sell a course, because like what I mentioned on my stories, right? There are so many courses out there. No one's course is better than the others. Every strategy works. But a key thing that I realized is that people can learn from a course. It's just like how everybody can learn in school. But does everybody get 100 marks in their exam? No. Because everybody needs personal guidance in some way. And that's why I believe that mentorships are actually more helpful to a trader who is really serious about trading than a course. Which is also why I recommended Trading Fanatics course, because I went through it. He really just explained market structure really, really well. So yeah, if you guys are new, drop me a DM, I'll send you the link. You can just watch it and yeah, watch it for free, learn for free. You don't have to spend money. Like, you don't have to spend that much money, to be very honest. A lot of information now is available for free. So which market is better to start with to be better trader? Forex. Like, coming from a stock background, right? I know how dirty the market is. I know how manipulated the market is. It's way easier to manipulate a stock than to manipulate Forex. So how is my analysis that accurate? Because they are supply and demand zones from a higher time frame. So it's a bit difficult to explain. Yeah, I gotta see how to explain that, because a lot of you like have asked me that question also, so I'll figure out a way to explain it. So let's see. In Singapore, is FX returns taxable? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm not a tax advisor, so I don't really want to answer that question. Any mentor suggestions? Trading fanatic? Me? Yeah. Just choose a... Okay, when you guys are choosing a mentor, right? If my personal take, if you see the guys or girls page full of cars, full of the lifestyle that they're trying to show, just stay far away from it. Like, they're just trying to promote the rich lifestyle. Not everybody is able to attain that. And do you really need to attain that? No. Like, would you rather be rich or would you rather be wealthy? And do you even understand the difference between that? So, yeah. Like, I would rather follow a page that is full of chart analysis than a page full of cars. Is it good to trade without a stop loss if you only trade with the minimum lot of 0.01? No. Never ever trade without a stop loss, because your account will become the stop loss. Regardless of how small a position you are taking, do not ever trade without a stop loss. So 0.01 lot can blow your account, trust me. Does my analysis include Fibonacci? Not anymore. No. I mean, Fibonacci works because if a lot of traders look at a certain area, price will move at that area. So it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, to be honest. So if you're trading Fibonacci levels, it's just telling you roughly areas to wait at. It does not mean that it will 100% bounce off those areas. So yeah, just you gotta have other confluences in line with those Fibonacci levels. Yeah. So okay, my face is covering the words. So yeah, what other questions do you guys have? Ni hao, how have you been? Yeah, no problem. I'm like free now. I mean, we're in lockdown, we can't really go anywhere. We're stuck here, so I thought I'd just spend some time with you guys. Haven't really been on YouTube, I know. Like, my YouTube channel is kind of dead now. I'm sorry about that, but it really takes me a lot of time to edit the video, so that's why I've been like dropping off. But I do try to still remain on IG. I do try to still do the daily forecast. So yeah. Who was my mentor when starting? Oh my god, so many. So many. Which is also why I would say that I have a rough grasp of most of the strategies that are available in the market. Except for patterns, of course. I can tell you I am not a pattern trader, so I know nuts about it. But yeah, just stick to one mentor. Fine-tune their strategy to fit you. How they enter might not be how you enter. The time frame they enter might not be what you want or what you can handle. So yeah. Do I use mostly price action to do my trades instead of indicators? Yes. As you can see, my charts, they are naked charts. I have 0 indicators on it. So I'm of the belief that indicators are lagging, and I've been through the indicator phase. When you first start, right, everybody is telling you, oh, trade the RSI, blah, 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 trade the 50 EMA, whatever nonsense like that. Like, indicators form after price action has formed. So you gotta understand how they form and then just know that they are lagging. So don't use them as like confirmations. Let me see. Hey Andy. Please don't throw me, Andy. What made me venture into trading full time? I've always liked trading. I've always traded even though I was working full time. So I think when I went full-time, it wasn't really 100% a choice. Yeah, because I lost my job. I teach supply and demand on my mentorship. Yeah. So in the one-to-one mentorships, right, I will teach you like my entire analysis from the higher time frames down and how I view the charts. I guide you personally as to how to look at the markets, and yeah, you will be able to learn like supply and demand. But to be very honest, the mentorship is not for complete new traders because it is not a small sum. I understand that. So I do need traders who wish to do the mentorship to have at least a bit of chart experience. Unless you want to spend like a few months with me, one-on-one. Yeah, then it's like I'm perfectly fine with that. But yeah, it's honestly more catered to experienced traders. So people who have really benefited from the one-to-one mentorships, most of the time I've seen that they are slightly more experienced traders who are struggling with being consistent and just struggling with their trading psychology basically. So then, I mean, you don't really want to talk about like the things that you're finding difficult in trading in a public space, right? So that's also why I think they came to me for one-to-one. So yeah, it's about being vulnerable, I guess. Best pairs to start with trading, the majors. So look at the dollar pairs, EU, AU. I think they are good places to start. Yeah, so I'll stay on for about maybe like 10 more minutes. So if you guys have any other questions, just let me know. Hey John, what's up? You haven't been on the streams. How's life? Are you very busy? Yeah, so what other questions do you guys have? Pop it on the charts. I think some of you tried to video me. I don't really know how to use it. You can try again. Yeah, so let's see. What else can I do on this? Oh, you moved. Okay, no wonder. I think your time zone's changed also, right? If you're in the West Coast. Let's see, did I miss out any questions? So like, yeah, I think people are mostly done with me. Yeah, so I think I would say have a bit more patience with your trades. Let them play out. Trust your analysis. Just let your winners run. Take partials if you have to. Don't squeeze your stop losses. Have I ever traded crypto? Nope. I would invest in crypto. I wouldn't trade it. Yeah, like I don't know. I'm not really greedy with the amount of returns that I have. I would rather be more consistent with the returns that I can generate rather than shoot for like one big return and then I fade out after that. Doesn't make sense to me. How can I get rid of fear? I think if you're fearful in a trade, right, you gotta look at the size that you are trading. Did you go too large into a trade? Or for some people, they are fearful in a trade, maybe because they didn't understand why they are entering. Maybe they entered because like a lot of people are entering, which is why how should I put this? Live streams can be a double-edged sword. Like if everyone is entering but you don't agree with the entry and yet you feel like you missed out because everyone is entering and you're not, right? You will naturally be fearful in the trade also. So yeah, I think just trust your own analysis, learn from the streams, try to find out and understand why they entered. I think that's more important than just entering and taking their signals as it is. So I don't think it's a confidence level. It's probably a bit of confidence, but to bump up that confidence, right, you gotta spend more time like alone backtesting and understanding why you personally would take trades at a certain area. So do that on a backtesting software, trading, or like qwertyelfx or like trading views replay, then just watch the charts and then look at why you would win or lose when you take a certain entry and understand how that loss came about. I think understanding and realizing that when you take certain trades a certain way, if you lose them a certain number of times, right, then you know that there's something wrong with it. So then either just reach out for help. Like, you don't really have to do things alone. There are people that send me charts on DM. I do my best to answer them, but there's only so much I can say on the chart when you guys send them to me through DMs. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy to give feedback, but marking up your charts, journaling is another important aspect as well. So I journal all my trades. I know some people just journal like the trade itself, like what they saw on the chart, like, and what they want to do at certain areas in terms of management. But in my trading journal itself, there is also an element where I write about the emotions that I was going through at that time in the chart. So when I identified most of those emotions and I identified the triggers that were making me feel that way, I knew I could find out how to manage them better. So for example, if you struggle a lot with like FOMO, right, then you can just mark up, do a quick note, and then just tell yourself like, I chased the trade because it moved off already and yet I still entered. So you know that is your trigger. And then next time when you write it down enough times, the 5th or 6th time you write it down, you're gonna feel kind of dumb writing the same thing down again, and then it will just mark some kind of change. Trust me. And I realized I was making the same mistakes over and over again because I was writing the same shit down. I was like, this is dumb. Yeah, I just naturally had a self-reflection moment. What are my views on taking funded programs? I would say use funded programs as a way to manage your capital. So don't use them as a get-rich-quick scheme. People that do that lose the challenge most of the time. But if you view them as a way to conserve your capital, then I think that's a different perspective. So I am for prop accounts, but you just gotta have the right mindset when you enter into a challenge. So any link for the mentorship application? Yep. If you check the link on my Instagram bio, right, under my name, yeah, everything is there, including the community and the one-to-one. So how many series of trades does it take to test a particular strategy? There is no fixed number. For me, personally now, I can tell you I don't really do backtesting anymore, because I'm at the stage where I know personally my own trading probabilities. So, and I know what kind of trades will lead to what kind of outcome because I've backtested enough. So there is no fixed number that you should be aiming for. I know some people will say like, oh, you need 100 trades to know whether your strategy works. But that's just an arbitrary number. It doesn't mean that once you are done with 100 trades, right, it means that you know it perfectly well. No. It's about the comfort level that you have in terms of the amount of data that you gathered. Yeah. So yeah. I think so about journaling. I use this free software called Notion. Notion. It's a bit like a mix of Trello and just basically saving your charts on like a Word doc or something like that. So whatever works for you, just do that. So I like TradingView. I like Notion because it allows me to save videos, to save pictures, and just type whatever notes that I need to type into it. So the private members have access to my private journal. They see basically the reasons why I trade, the losses that I take, and the entire explanation of the reasons why I took the trade and why I should not have taken the trade. So yeah. You're coming to Singapore soon. Do I also do face-to-face training? I mean, I'm not sure whether it's really allowed, but face-to-face or Zoom honestly doesn't really matter as long as you have access to a chart. Will you be able to check your percentage of probability even with 10 trades? I mean, with data collection, more is better, right? If you can average out your probabilities, it's going to be more accurate. It's like doing a science experiment. The more times you do it, the more accurate the results. Yeah. How is my trading tool doing? Are you talking about Qbox? So, I believe that's it. So, yeah. So with regards to Qbox, so I think some of you know I used to promote Magic Keys. I don't anymore. It's not because I launched my own product. That's why I stopped promoting Magic Keys. Magic Keys had certain things that did not help me in trading. To be honest, Magic Keys is more suitable for scalpers, not day traders or like even swing traders, because that's why I kind of input all these lacking features into my own EA that I created. So yeah, if you ask, again, all these tools are not necessary. They are wants, not needs. So there are some people that will ask me like whether they really need it, and then I'll ask them like, how do you trade? If you only trade 10 pips, honestly, you don't really need you don't really need any tool. Just set your TP and then you're done. Like, you don't really need another tool to like help you manage a trade, right? Why would you pay 100 I don't even know how much Magic Keys is now, but like $100+ on a tool that will help you close the trade when you can set your TP. Yeah, so save your money on like other things. So that's why I don't aggressively promote anything. What is my monthly average gain? It varies. Thanks, Andy. Yeah, so Andy is a swing trader. I think management of trades like is a lot easier when you don't have to be staring at the charts and then the program just does everything for you, including like moving your stop loss and stuff like that automatically. So yeah, I think the less time you spend on charts, the better your performance, to be very honest. Yeah, so let's see. So yeah, I think I'm about to hop off. If you guys have any last few questions, let me see if I missed anything. I think a lot of people have been reaching out to me like regarding the live streams, also because like Raja isn't streaming anymore. I would say use this time that he's not on to work on bettering your trades. So see if you can do the same kind of trades without him calling it out. If you can do that, right, honestly, I think you learn something. Yeah. So yeah, I hope this Q&A helped. I'll try to save this. Hopefully I know how to do it. Then I'll try to post it on like IGTV or something. I don't really know how this works. So yeah, if I post it out, I'll link it on the IG story. So yeah, have a great weekend, everybody.